You're listening to Potty Mouth Radio, the home of movies, music, television, and comedy.
And now, the hunt for the perfect album.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the hunt for the perfect album, where it is once again mixtape time, my favourite time, and it's a great time of the year too. So that's what we're highlighting here today, ain't it, Dave?
It is indeed. And I do apologise a little bit because I know that at least half our listeners are, I'm going to say, possibly even facing snow, certainly coming into the coldest part of the year. And look, I'm hoping that rather than thinking that we're laughing at you in the cold, that you will take this episode as a chance to think about warmer times because, look, we live. The world is a big round thing, and
whoa.
Sorry, I realised that half of our
audience are flat earthers, Dave.
half of our audience are going to be reeling from that statement. But look, as Tyrion Lannister once said, he drinks and he knows things. And Billy and I are Australians. We drink and we know things. We also live in a land where seasons are the opposite of what you in the Americas are experiencing. And
if it helps, I'm incredibly jealous.
But
I wish that it was cold. It was 38 here today, which for you Americans is 100.
38?
Yeah.
I'm going to go all Monty Python Yorkshireman. I used to dream of it being 38. 40 fucking 4 it was during the middle of the day here.
Mate, have I told you where I have to go tomorrow at 6 a.m.?
You have, but tell the listeners.
Darwin.
And I'll laugh.
Darwin. Like way up north in Australia, basically on the equator. It's going to be a nightmare. And it's the wet season. It's going to be humid as hell.
Which is worse.
Oh, man.
Hotter than Satan's jockstrap it is over here at the moment.
But,
so we thought, well, what we normally do when it's hot in Australia is we don't sit inside in the air conditioning. Well, we do if we can, but we also like to get outside in the heat and throw meat around on a thing we call a barbecue. I know barbecue is a confusing term for Americans and they think it means slow cooking briskets. We call it a barbecue. You're going to call it grilling. So I think in deference to your misunderstanding of the English language, we're going to say this is the top 10 songs to grill by?
I guess, yeah. Our ultimate barbecue party playlist, songs to grill by. We left the brief fairly open. So I have a bit of a mix here because I have songs that I like to listen to while I'm standing out there grilling alone with a beer. Because when you're grilling, you don't measure in time, you measure by beers. Like a steak takes a beer. You know, but like because I do like to actually, you know, American barbecue as well. If I'm doing a brisket takes a lot of beers. But I also have some songs here that I think are more fitting for a bit more of a barbecue party type environment. So I don't know. I think this is going to be an interesting one. I don't know how much crossover we'll have. And I got a lot of songs that just kind of remind me of summer as well.
Yeah. I think we're going to have a second top 10 where we do top 10 Australian songs or Australian rock songs or something.
Although
like that.
I must say a lot of mine are Australian. Yes, a lot of mine.
I have too many for this. I have too many, Billy. I can't get them all out of my system on this topic. We need a separate one for Aussie songs.
Yeah, look, maybe that's fair because I do have about 50 or probably closer to 60 on my list, and I have not sorted out what 10 I'm going with. So are you suggesting that we cut out Aussie rock songs so that can be a separate playlist?
I just need another. I need another separate countdown.
For the ones you don't use it. Yeah.
I can't use the word countdown. That's copyright. Sorry, Paul. Sorry, Wayne. Another separate top
playlist.
10 mixtape for kind of Aussie bangers.
Yeah.
Just to shine a light on some of these great things that our American compatriots will not have heard. But certainly barbecue or / grilling songs, to me, it needs to evoke warm weather in summer. It needs to be a little bit kind of upbeat and sing-alongy.
Yep.
Because after the first beer or so, I'm definitely singing along with stuff.
Yep.
And it kind of needs to be something, because a lot of the time, if you've got the barbecue out, I mean, it depends on your setup, obviously, but if you've got the barbecue outside, often you've got a lot of people around you as well. Yeah. You might be at the grill. They're just sitting there chilling. So it needs to be kind of like a bit of a party song that everyone gets into, that evokes that I don't have to work tomorrow or today. It's hot weather. I'm flipping some meat around on the thing, and I've got beer.
The way that you have identified the brief is very similar to the way I have. So I don't know whether we might have similar picks, but as always, no crossovers allowed. So why don't you kick us off today, Dave?
Oh, you cunt. You know that I haven't sorted these. You're such an asshole. All right. I am going to just go with the first one on the list, and then I'll try and madly sort in the background while you do your next one. This is not, in spite of everything I just said, this is not particularly upbeat, but it does to me scream kind of relaxing afternoon in the sun with a few drinks. And I'm going with Summer Wine by Nancy Sinatra and Lead Hazelwood, which is just a gorgeous song that I've always loved. And to me, it is the ultimate alky beverage in the afternoon sun song.
Fair.
My summer wine is really made from all these things.
I walked in town on silver spurs that jingle too, a song that I had only sang to just a few.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm going to, very similar to you, just go with the first one on my list until I have time to think of something else. I feel like I'm going maybe a similar vibe here, because I'm pulling out Tub Thumpin' by Chumbawamba.
Oh, I considered that.
Truth is, I thought it mattered. I thought that music mattered. But does it bollocks? Not compared to how people matter.
How people matter.
We'll be singing when we're winning. We'll be singing. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down.
That song just screams barbecue party to me. Look, as Australians, we might have a drinking problem.
Oh, look, I like to think that we're all functioning alcoholics. I mean, we can still get shit done. Oh, look, I'm struggling with this fucking list so much.
Yeah, I've started kind of forming where I think I'm going.
All right. Fuck, I need to go. It's me now, isn't it? Shit.
Yeah.
All right. I might have 10, but they're not in order. All right. So we had a slow one. Let's bring it up a bit. Upbeat, sing along, something that's got everyone can get it. Even if you've never fucking heard this song, I reckon after about 30 seconds you can sing along. I'm going with Echo Beach by Martha and the Muffins.
Okay. I'm actually not familiar with this song.
Oh, you will be.
Well,
You will be.
let's see if I want to sing along, even if I'm not.
30 seconds. So you need to go for at least 45 just to give you a chance.
It's a habit of mine to watch the sun go down. On Echo Beach, I watch the sun go down. From 9 to 5, I have to spend my time at work. My job is very
Oh, yeah. It's ringing bells. It's ringing bells. Yeah.
Echo Beach, far away in time.
Okay, yep. Just to appease you there, Dave, I actually played over a minute of that song. So, yes.
Long fucking intro.
So if we get taken off
I
the
don't
air,
think Martha's particularly litigious.
if we get taken off the air, I'm blaming you.
I'll take that.
All right. This one, I'm sure you might have had on your list. It's got to be on your short list at least. And you know what? I'm not even going to give it an introduction. I'm just going to hit play, and you'll know it from the opening riff. I fucking love this song, especially in the summer.
I knew you'd have this.
Sunshine on the window makes me happy, like I should be. Outside, all around me, really sleazy, that it hits me. Don't tell me you can't see what it means to me. Meanwhile, in
Oh man, how good is that riff? It's of course Calypso by Spiderbait for anyone who doesn't know.
Yeah.
Was it on your short list?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There
And
you
not
go.
the only Spider-Man song on my shortlist, but neither that or the other one made my 10 that I
Also, you finished your 10?
cobbled together. I'm not happy with it, and it'll probably change.
I've shortened down to 9, so we're both on our way there.
I don't even know where to go now. All right. Ah, yeah, fuck it. This is always in there. This is guaranteed. All right. This is theoretically happening later in the barbecue when everyone's had a few.
Yep.
And wanting to sing along, but because I'm not sure about any of the other ones in my 10, I'm going to put it early.
Okay.
So unlike a normal Dave effort, this is not taking us on a journey. It's a random hodgepodge of songs, but I'm going with Louie Louie by the Kingsmen.
Yeah.
As a baller sing-along song. Obviously famous from Animal House.
Yeah.
But
oh man, good
fucking
pull.
great song.
Yeah. You know, that song was banned in so many states because, of course, people can't understand what he's saying. So the rumors were like, oh man, those lyrics are really, really dirty.
What's the film? If this hadn't been such a last-minute affair, I would have done my homework and refreshed my memory. I've got a mental blank now. There is a film where they kind of discuss this song and what genre it is. And you've got one person going, no, it's a sea shanty, and someone else going, oh, no, it's a love song. I was hoping you'd be able to.
No, I don't remember that. I mean, I think of that song. It's funny, even though stylistically it's not. It's obviously very much a calypso kind of song. Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh, that's going to bug me now. I'm going to need to. I will in the background do some looking up, but. Oh yeah, no, I love that. I mean, I'm a massive fan. Animal House is a 5 out of 5 film as far as I'm concerned. So,
all right.
I don't know, anyway,
my number 8 is where we get into something you kind of touched on earlier, because I do think that for us in particular, a lot of kind of barbecue grilling songs do tend to be Australian. I think a lot of people, for example, associate, I mean, not now because it's trash, but you think of the 90s and the Triple J Hottest 100, for example. people associate
Went
that
downhill
with
when
barbecuing.
it stopped being the hottest 100 of all time. I lost all interest in that fucking thing.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm going with an Australian song, and I mean, I love this artist. I've seen them live. I love this track, and I think that this is a song that works for both kind of scenarios you were talking about. This is a song that very easily could just play in the background and chill out while I'm standing there grilling and everyone's sitting around talking. But it's also a song that I think a lot of people, particularly I think of our generation and group, would sing along with this song, I think. I'm going Cigarettes Will Kill You by Ben Lee.
Oh, Benny boy. Come on. That's like.
You fry me in a pan, you cook me in a can, you stretch me with your hands. You love to watch me bake, you serve me up with cake, and that's your big mistake. Your guest comes in dressed smart, you offer a la carte, you didn't have the heart. And I want a TV embrace. And
Come on, you name one Australian who wouldn't sing along with that song.
We've never really talked about Ben Lee other than when we were talking about Rage in Placid Lake. I love Ben Lee.
Me too.
Even-
And to this day,
Have you
I saw him
seen-
live
I mean-
only about 3-4 months ago, and he's just such a great dude.
The only bad thing I can say about him is that he had Claire Danes and he somehow managed to let that slide away. But he popped up for me recently. I was watching the kind of the revival of Rock Whiz.
Yep.
You know, it came back just recently. For American listeners, Rock Whiz is Australia's had two amazing music quiz shows. One, Spicks and Specs, hosted by Adam Hills, which is a lot more kind of comedy, 8 out of 10 cats kind of vibe. And then Rock Whiz, which is a real kind of music nerds music quiz show that was filmed out of an awesome little pub in Melbourne called the Espy, or the Esplanade. It ran for several years, way back when in the fucking 90s or something, and it's just kind of come back with same host, the gorgeous Julia Zamero, Brian Nankervis, the guy that created it, etc. So it came back for a revival decades later, and Ben Lee, they always have they pull people out of the audience based on a music quiz, people who know music, and then each of the two teams has two audience members and two low key music celebrities, and Ben Lee was in one of the revival ones, and I hadn't seen him in 20 years. Last time I saw him was at Glenwood Music Festival up in the New South Wales North Coast. It was like a 3-day festival that had fucking Ben Lee, the Lemonheads, Offspring, etc. And he came out. He looked like fucking P. Diddy. He was in a white suit with big white trainers. He had his hair was short, but it looked like it had been fucking frosted tips and shit. He looked he looked like a fucking pimp. And I just went, you fucking legend. And no one said a word.
No,
He swanned out looking like fucking Puff Daddy back in the white party days.
For a while there, he just really embraced this kind of persona of being a bit of a dick, to the point where his most recent album has a song about it called "I'm an Asshole."
He was still like, and the thing I love is he gives no explanation for it.
No,
He puts this. He comes out and he acts this persona that it's kind of like a if you know you know. You know it's a persona if you know it's a persona, and it's hilariously funny. But it's like he doesn't give a fuck whether you know he's acting it or not. If you think he's just a dick, he doesn't care. And I find that so refreshing. He was go seek them out. I think they're on YouTube or SBS online or something. That episode, he is fuck it, I still love him.
All right, are we up to your number 7?
Yeah, the reason I was vamping so long is because I was mentally trying to juggle shit. All right, fuck it. I'm going with this just because no one in Australia is going to know it. I'll let you search it. It's by a country artist called Eric Church, and the song is called Springsteen. You'll need to like jump a minute into it or something because otherwise we won't get chorus. I'm not a huge country fan, but when I kind of latch onto a country song, I generally love the shit out of it.
Okay.
You know, I'm a big Willie Nelson fan, obviously from previous episodes. I don't generally love a lot of American country, but this guy Eric Church, I don't know how big he is. American listeners, I'm sure he's a fucking household name. I've no idea. I'm in Sydney, but this song, I came across it somewhere, and fell in love with it immediately.
Right.
To me, it kind of deposed Bryan Adams' song "Summer of '69" as the ultimate song about
which was in my short list, but has not made my final.
Along with, well, I don't want to say "Boys of Summer" by Don Henley because it might
that
be.
was also in my short list, but has not made my final. Yep.
But this song deposed "Boys of Summer of '69" as the ultimate kind of nostalgia about your teenage years and the girl you liked and the holidays and all of that, those 80s movies, all of that feel. This song to me just encapsulated it all. I love his voice. I love everything about this song.
I'm curious. Let's...
Soundtrack to a July Saturday night. Springsteen. I bumped into you by happenstance. You probably wouldn't even know who I am, but if I whispered your name, I bet it'd still be a spark from back when I was gasoline and this old tattoo had brand new ink, and we didn't care what your mom would think about your name on my arm. Baby, is it spring or is it summer? The guitar sound or the beat of that drummer? Yes, sometimes late.
Okay, yeah, I can see where you're coming from. It's not.
I encourage you to go and listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, I think I'd need to listen to the whole thing because that little snippet's not evoking the same like, kind of thing for me.
It's taken sort of, and I wanted you to scrub ahead because we wouldn't have got chorus, but it's kind of like, and look, if this doesn't get you in, nothing will. Kind of like Call Me Maybe as an art around encountering the person and whatever. It really has that teenage love, looking back nostalgically on I fucking love it. Weirdly, as is my want, I've never gone and listened to anything else Eric Church has ever done, despite the fact that I think he's got one of the best voices and I love the shit out of that song. I think subconsciously I'm afraid that nothing else will live up to it, and it's just this weird pilot light of a song, but I fucking love it.
All right,
hopefully American listeners are tuning in going, yeah, some fucking Australian dude is fucking heard Eric Church.
All right. Well, I, on the other hand, am going to continue to try and educate our American listeners about great Australian songs because I'm going with another Aussie rock song here. Because, like we said at the top, to me, that's what a barbecue is about. Yep. And again, I'm going with one of my all-time favorite bands and one of my favorite songs from them. I struggled a little bit with which song to pick, but I'm going with Harpoon by Jebediah. You've got a bit of a look on your face like you don't know that song.
No, of course I fucking know it.
Okay, I was going to say.
Yeah. No, I was just chilling back listening to it.
Yeah, it's a very chill song. I thought about Leaving Home, which was kind of their big hit. But yeah, I think that this song is just a bit more kind of chill. This is your kind of chill barbecue song. Yeah.
I'm just mentally thinking back to when the last time we had a top 10 that didn't have a fucking Perth band in it for Paul and Wayne to latch onto. Nice. Well, I'm going to take a song off the table now because I suddenly remembered that there's no double ups.
I hope it's not the one that I've got listed next.
Me, if you're going to take this song, the greatest pop song of all time, I'm going with T-Shirt Weather.
Literally the next one on my list. It was one of those ones that I would have taken earlier, but I was trying to,
friend of the show, Mark Winona, knows that I like this song more than you because I actually said it was their best song, and you didn't think so.
I was trying to give this the top 5 placement that it deserved.
I had it as number 1, and I suddenly went, "Fuck! There's no double ups."
Oh, you just snuck in. Oh, you dick! All right.
You need to play at least 3 minutes of this one, by the way. Mark won't. He loves it.
Oh, great song.
Hey Mike, you busy? All this sunshine's making me dizzy. When outside, all my clothes dry, and if I'm babbling, please forgive me. But it's the first hint of sunshine for a week or so, I'd say. I'm keeping well, I'm in good health, but I sneeze when I look into the sun today. There's my bike, looking dusty. The spokes are broken and rusty, but I'm happy to walk. I'm happy with anything today.
Oh man. Okay. All right. That okay. I'll never forgive you.
Or you didn't go to the chorus out of spite.
Yeah, I will never forgive you for taking that song. Okay. All right. Well, okay. What am I going to do now? Well, I'm just like, I don't know. Do I go to my number 5 or do I slot in one of the ones that I...
Mine aren't. Mine are not in order of priority. Obviously.
No. Okay, I'm going to go here with one of my absolute favorites, and it's very fitting. You wouldn't have heard this song, Dave. Many people out there won't have heard it. The song is called Barbecue Party, and it is by Shonen Knife.
Fitting?
Shonen Knife have so many songs about food, but this one, of course, just fits.
Have a barbecue party. It's a sunny day. Let's have a barbecue party under cherry trees. Green peppers, onions, mushrooms, pumpkins, sweet corns on the cob, thick deep fried tofu. Let's have a barbecue party. It's a sunny day. Let's have a barbecue party under cherry trees. Carrots, tomatoes, sausages, shrimp, squid, marshmallows, potatoes, eggplants, and of course juicy meat. Bigger, bigger,
The song literally consists of 3 minutes of just listing different kind of foods that someone can barbecue: mushrooms, sausages, green peppers, onions, interspersed with "let's have a barbecue party, it's a sunny day," and "pig out, pig out, pig out." You can't get any better than that, Dave. It's the perfect barbecue party song.
I find them very cute. I don't quite get the Shonen Knife.
Oh,
maybe I need to listen to more. I know my very dear friend Arf is going to be. Yeah, I mean, you've just won his 100%.
I just love them.
He gets you. Oh, dear. All right. I kind of feel like I'm just the granddad coming in with the boring shit now, but my number 5 is Summer Breeze by Seals and Croft, which I find... And at least I'll have Wayne on board because he loves this soft as shit yacht rock. I think this is one of the greatest songs of all time in terms of the perfection of the writing and the crafting of it. It's amazing.
Don't feel like the granddad, because my next pick I've got written down is a pretty old song. So,
oh, good.
Hanging in the window in the evening, all a Friday night. Little light is shining through the window, lets me know everything's alright. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
It's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Back me up, Wayne. It's a good song. It's not lame. It's fucking
That's
great.
not lame. Well, my next pick is from 1973. I'm going with one of my favorite, not just barbecue songs, but summer songs. This song always makes me think of summer, and it always makes me want to hop in a pool. And it makes complete sense because it is the swimming song by Loudon Wainwright III.
Okay.
This summer I went swimming. This summer I might have drowned, but I held my breath and I kicked my feet and I moved my arms around. Moved my arms around. This summer I swam in the ocean and I swam in a swimming pool. Salt my wounds, chlorine my eyes. I'm a self-destructive fool. I'm a self-destructive fool.
Oh man, the instrumentation of that song.
What's the relation to Rufus? Is there one?
Yeah, I believe there is.
It has to be with that name. I'm not familiar with. Was it Loudon?
Loudon Wainwright III. You're not familiar with?
No, I know Rufus Wainwright.
Right. Okay. Let's get down to family. He's got to be. There's got to be a relation. He's Rufus Wainwright's dad.
Oh, okay.
He's the brother of singer Sloane Wainwright and has 4 children, including Rufus Wainwright, Martha Wainwright, and Lucy Wainwright Roche.
How about that? I knew Rufus and Martha. I didn't know Dad was a thing.
Oh man!
Now I'm intrigued. I need to go and
look up some Loudon Wainwright III. He's fantastic. And so have you not heard that song, the swimming song?
No, I liked it.
Oh man, love the instrumentation of that song. You actually would have heard it because I believe. I'm pretty sure from memory it is in Night Swim, the movie from earlier this year.
Yeah, that movie did not imprint itself sufficiently. That's the thing for me.
All right,
Fucking
so
abysmal piece of shit.
Are we up to your number 4?
We are. And look, I mean, it's such an arbitrary pick. Look, I feel like I need to re-stress to our listeners that there are so many Aussie songs that could easily have been on this. I feel like I've deliberately, with the exception of the Lucksmiths, I've deliberately, and I only did that just to fucking needle Billy and make sure he couldn't do it. I've deliberately steered clear of classic Aussie stuff because I think that needs to be its own kind of top 10. So, and people, fellow Aussies out there, don't come at me. I've prefaced this. I don't have Chisel. I don't have the Angels. I don't have any of the shit that you would expect me to have.
Okay. I'm worried now that you're going to take another one of my picks.
This is, I don't think so. I don't think we will have any more cross-ups at all. In fact, I would put money on it.
Okay.
These are weird Dave picks now. These are things that I pulled off my cooking playlist that to me felt like cooking outdoors as opposed to other cooking. This one in particular is very much a cooking at the barbie while kids are splashing in the pool stuff. And I'm going with the Beach Boys, and I'm going with one of my favorite tracks, which I feel like most people don't know, but it's the song Hawaii, which to me is the most Beach Boys song of all time. I love it.
Do you wanna go straight to Hawaii? Hawaii, straight to Hawaii. Oh, to Waikiki. Do you wanna come along with me? I heard about all the pretty girls with their grass skirts down to their knees. All my life, I wanted to see the island called Hawaii.
That's a great pick. That's a great pick.
Summariest song you've ever heard.
Yeah. Yep. That's excellent. That's excellent. All right. Oh man. All right. I'm going with. This is so tough. I'm gonna go some Fountains of Wayne because you know how much I love Fountains of Wayne.
Oh, I almost. Well, I'm jumping. I assume I know what you're talking about.
Well,
You go.
I don't think so because honestly, it was tough for which song. I nearly went Mexican Wine.
Okay.
But
I don't.
I'm going with California Sex Lawyer. Just
I don't know that.
It's just summary.
That's not off the album I know.
Trigger got my girl by my side. I got the looks that kill. I got a license to love. I got a German shepherd and his name is Dog. I'm heading for the sun. I'm gonna become a California sex lawyer. Oh yeah, a California sex lawyer.
I don't know why that song always just makes me think of summer. I don't know why.
Yeah. That's it. Good. I like it.
All right, over to you.
Yeah, no, yeah. Mexican, yeah. Very close. Very close. No, I don't know. No, Billy will probably have it, so I won't bother. But, all right. Keeping with my kind of shtick this countdown of having shit that no one expects, I'm going for my number 3 with a Robert Palmer song, who I think is the most underrated artist of the 80s. So many great tracks, and more often than not, people only know the shit covers that other people do of his stuff. So, and in this case, the shit cover is by Rod Stewart, but the original, Some Guys Have All the Luck, is the Robert Palmer version. And I fucking love it. This, to me, exemplifies how original and unique he was as an artist. This song goes through so many changes. It's structurally so clever.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, I can definitely see just chilling by the grill with that going. Yep.
Oh, it goes. Do you know the song?
No, I actually don't. No.
It's not one of his better known ones. People just sort of think the Power Station stuff and Simply Irresistible. But I would recommend checking out Addictions Volume 1. It's the first of his best ofs, and it covers his early stuff. You will be astonished by the variety in that. Every single track is a masterpiece, and he is just so unsung as a
cool
musical genius.
Yeah. Well, my next song is very different. It's the heaviest song on my list, and I almost didn't include it because I had it on last month's mixtape when we did air guitar songs. But I have to be true to myself, and it is the song that out of all of the songs in the world most make me think of the Heat. It most makes me think of hanging around at, a pool party, a barbecue. It's not Sweet Home Alabama. It is the last Aussie song on my list. It is Never Had So Much Fun by Frenzal Rom.
Oh, okay. Yep.
I coughed up along around 1. I can't see a thing through my eyes that sting. I can't remember having so much fun. Well, I've never had so much fun. No, I've never had so much fun. I can't remember when I've ever had so much fun. Can't do the water in Sydney, can't eat the food in Japan, and you can't breathe the air in Los Angeles, but a million people think they can. Now I've never had so much fun.
I feel for certain, it must have been maybe 97, 98 when that song came out, and I had it on a mix, And I vividly have memories of listening to that just while being in the pool. And so it's just burned into my brain that I associate it with summer. And yeah, I just love
nice.
that song.
I
Yeah.
can imagine that.
Yeah.
I'm looking at I've got my Spotify 40 song playlist open and I'm looking at the 10 that I've picked and just going, yeah, not fucking happy.
Yeah, I've stopped looking at my big list and now I'm just looking at the 10 because I know I'll have the same thing.
I'm gonna put a bigger playlist up because we obviously this was a lot, not a pre. We were very disorganized and we didn't go out to the listener community. So when you hear this, by all means, send us through your favorite, top 3 barbecue songs, and I'll throw them in, and I'll put a big Spotify playlist up that we can all listen to over the holidays. That said, I'm pretty happy with my top 2. I think.
All right.
So my number 2 is a song that I've always loved. My kids have organically absorbed it, and while I was listening to the sort of 40-track playlist in the car this afternoon, sort of mentally trying to organize things, the minute the first bar of this song started, Leah immediately came out with the first lines of the song. I don't remember ever playing it to her, but as listeners are probably aware by now, she's a bit of a fucking musical savant and has absorbed everything to the point where she's educating her primary school teachers on bands like Led Zeppelin and stuff. So, proud dad moment, all that sort of shit. But yeah, I put this on as soon as the first bar happened of Lazy Sunday by the Small Faces. Leah was like, wouldn't it be good to get on with the neighbours? And I was like, oh, fuck, love you. Don't have a favourite kid, but...
Wouldn't it be nice to get on with me neighbours? But they make it very clear they've got no room for ravers. They stop me from grooving, they bang on me wall. They're doing me crusting, it's no good at all. Lazy Sunday afternoon, I've got no mind to worry.
It's a great pick. Great pick. Yep.
They were such a fucking great band before Rod Stewart joined and fucking ruined them.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's a good pick. All right.
Very anti-Rod Stewart, this captain.
The best thing Rod Stewart ever did was his collection of, like standard classics. He did...
He did a shit cover of Downtown Train that made people forget Tom Waits wrote it. He did a shit cover of Some Guys Have All the Luck that made people forget Robert Palmer wrote it. He ruined Small Faces. I'm pretty sure he was the one that fucking joined and dragged them down the fucking toilet.
Oh, man. All right. My number 2 is another classic. It's another one that immediately takes me back to a time and place. I feel like I must have just blasted this song for an entire summer in the late 90s, riding my bike around town with my friends and getting up to mischief. And this song always makes me think of summer, and I love to play it when I'm barbecuing. It's Santa Monica by Everclear.
I'm not familiar.
You said that last time.
I am still living with your ghost, lonely and dreaming of the West Coast. I don't want to be your downtime. I don't want to be your stupid game. With my big black boots and an old suitcase, I do believe I'll find myself a new place. I don't want to be the bad guy. I don't want to do your sleepwalk dance anymore. I just want to see some palm trees. Oh, and try to shake away this disease. We could live beside the ocean, leave the fire behind, swim out past the break.
Legit, the last time this song came up on the show, do you remember what playlist we did with Liz? Liz picked it in, God, what was it?
It was songs with names in the title.
That's what it was. Yes.
And yeah, Monica, obviously,
Yeah.
which is far more legitimate than her trying to work in debt for cuties.
And at that time, you said the exact same thing. I've never heard that song. Come on, mate.
I had
we can live beside the ocean.
I heard it the last time it was on the show. I had never heard it then. I have now heard it previously when Liz put it on, so I've heard at least 30 seconds of it. I like it. I still need to go and listen to it in a few times. I still like listening to that. I genuinely like it. I think it's fine, great. It doesn't grab me. I don't get it.
All right.
I'm missing something. I need to go and listen to it.
Why don't you tell us your number one so I can tell you how shit it is and it doesn't grab me?
All right, my number one. I agonized over this because I want to give you the album that this is on the show.
Okay.
But I'm sure you've heard this anyway. So I thought, well, fuck it. This is one of my absolute go-tos for like putting on in the sun for stuff. It's a Red Gum song called I've Been to Bali Too. It is one of the most cleverly written satirical songs I've ever come across in my life. It lampoons the Australian kind of 80s pissed idiots going to Southeast Asian countries and acting like fucking buffoons. And it's catchy as all fuck, and I love it.
I've been to Bali too. Took a 2-week course at a suntan clinic, so lying round leggy and I wouldn't look anemic, and you can't impress me cause I've been to Bali too. Got a ride out to Cooter in the back of the truck, cost me $20 and it wasn't worth a buck. Hustled to a lost and down Poppy's Lane, by a Javanese guy in a tropical rainstorm. Walk up your daughters, I've been to Bali too. Life is tragic, hanging out a cooter if you haven't got a car, a bike or a scooter. Show me the
That's a great big. It's a great big. Yeah, I am familiar with that song, but looking at the album cover, I definitely don't believe I've listened to to the album. So.
It's my favorite Red Gum song is on that album, and it's not a comedy song; it's a full-on Aussie ballad. So
yeah,
I will still give you that then.
All right. My number one then. So there you go. So we only really had the one crossover. We had a couple of crossovers with honourable mentions, but with most of us having
the one crossover was an obvious crossover.
Yeah. But I am surprised that you didn't have any of this artist on your list. This is a song that we have played on the Patreon bonus show, the True Classics.
Ooh,
what, do you want to take a guess?
I do want to have a guess.
Okay.
Is it Going to California?
No, it's not, although that's an excellent, excellent song. So, I mean, if you want to listen to the True Classics, where Dave and I listen to, real classic albums that, well, of course, we've both heard before and can't do on this show.
Yeah.
You can go over and check out the Patreon page. But recently, it was my pick, and I said, well, we have to do Workers' Playtime by Billy Bragg. And I think one of the best sing-along, sitting around a barbecue songs is Waiting for the Great Leap Forwards. I love this song.
Bring it on. Love it.
It may have been Camelot for Jack and Jacqueline, but on the Che Guevara highway filling up with gasoline. Fidel Castro's brother spies a rich lady who's crying over luxury's disappointment, so he walks over and he's trying to sympathise with her, but he thinks that he should warn her that the third world is just around the corner. The Soviet Union, a scientist is blinded by the resumption of nuclear testing, and he is reminded that Dr. Robert...
Such a great song. Such a great song. And, I mean, I'm going to do it. I'm going to skip towards the end where you get to the real sing-along part, because by the time it gets to the end...
I can't sing along because the sound lags and I look like a dickhead. I don't know why the visual of us are in sync, but my audio is always 2 seconds late.
By the time it gets to this end bit, though... Beat me up, Scotty!
Well, we don't sing in tune, but this is reality. Give me some room.
Just a great sing-along song for Around the Barbecue. So there you go. Right. All right, that is our lists. Yet, like Dave said, unfortunately, we decided to do this too late to ask the listeners for their feedback, but we will do that and put it in the playlist. But Dave, why don't you run us through some of your honourable mentions very, very quickly?
I'm going to skip over any Aussie stuff because I'll save that because I do think we need a separate one for that. But other shit that I like to play while I'm grilling, The Israelites by Desmond Decker, Park Life by Blur, was very seriously in contention. Lagrange by ZZ Top. What else did I have? You're going to laugh, but in terms of bangers that make everyone fucking perk up, Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus.
Fucking great song. I love that song.
Awesome. Oh, that's good. I don't feel quite so bad. Mexican Radio by Wall of Voodoo is one I've always loved. I had some Fleetwood Mac shit in there. What else? I think almost everything else is Aussie shit that I deliberately left out. Aussie. Oh, very close. After Dark by Tito and Tarantula, which I fucking love, from Dusk Till Dawn. The Letter by the Box Tops, big sing-along song. Come On Feel the Noise by Slade, and everything else is Aussie. Nice. What did you have?
Okay, what else did I have? I'll also skip over Aussie stuff just because, I reckon let's do that on our next playlist.
Yeah. I can do it.
I will say this, though, because it's not going to make my next playlist, because there are differences, but I did have Long Way to the Top from AC/DC in quite high in my short list here. Fight for Your Right to Party by the Beastie Boys.
Cool.
Peaches by Presidents of the USA.
I fucking hate
Every Rose Has Its Thorns.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, fucking love that song. Run to Paradise. Hey Ya by Outkast. Skipping over Aussie stuff. Teenage Dirtbag, great song, could fit on any list.
Yeah,
Damn It by Blink-182. And Let's Dance to Joy Division by the Wombats. I mean, lots else in that list.
Sonia loves the Wombats. I've never heard of the Wombats.
Really?
I assumed it must be some Aussie band, but apparently it's some British.
They're British. You would love the Wombats. Don't listen to the Wombats, because knowing that you haven't heard of them, I'm going to give you an album on Perfect Album.
You may just have dictated the very first episode of this show that Sonia will listen to.
Yeah, okay. I didn't realize you hadn't listened to them. I'm going to give you the album that song is off, which is, in my opinion, a perfect album. So,
okay.
All right.
Judgment.
You know what? Just because it is an absolute banger, I'm going to play us out with Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus, because...
Yeah, do it.
I mean, it slaps hard.
Jay-Z's song.
But thank you for joining us here on Hunt for the Perfect Album for another mixtape episode.
Stay tuned to the Facebook group, because I will assemble an ultimate grilling songs playlist that has all of these and more. Billy can send me all of his honorables. I'll chuck them on, and we'll get all of your feedback. We'll put it all on, and we'll all have the ultimate playlist for the summer.
Nice.
Or winter if you're in the States.
Yep. And we wish you all a very happy holiday season and New Year's. And we'll catch you next year, I guess.
Oh, shit. That's depressing.
See you.
With a dream, my cardigan. Welcome to the land of fame excess. Am I gonna fit in? Jumped in the cab, here I am for the first time. Look to my right and I see the Hollywood